Welcome back to Talk of the Town. With me today, I have Kathy, who is a teacher, and Debbie, who is the head of school over at Wingra School. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And we're talking about progressive education today and how you guys put progressive, holistic education practices really into action at your school. So I'm really excited to dig more into this topic. But first, give us a little bit of background on Wingra School.
Wingra School is a school on the near west side of Madison. We serve children ages 5 to 14, so about kindergarten to 8th grade. We are located down on Monroe Street, right across from the UW Arboretum there. It's the old Dudgeon School up on the hill, so it's a very meaningful place to be located. And we, as you mentioned, progressive education. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but some of the key phrases that we have been saying is this idea of children being engaged in their learning, so learning deeply, thinking creatively, acting compassionately. So really working in all three of those.
And I'm sure it's a very in-depth topic, you know, the scope of progressive education. Could you expand a little bit more on that?
Yeah, progressive education means that schools should reflect life.
Yeah.
Right? And school is like a training ground for our democracy. So it's a place where students learn how to learn, students learn how to become strong advocates for themselves and for others, and how to work for social justice.
I love that, and it's really been said that progressive education is meant to address the challenges of our time, which I think applies directly to what you said. Can you share some more about this and how your holistic approach kind of meets the needs of children and really society today?
Yeah, a big part of that is that students at Wingra School participate, they become active agents in their learning.
Sure.
And so they participate with the teachers in designing curriculum, directing their learning, having a voice in their education. And through that, they're able to learn how to become critical of information, which I think is really important today, and how to direct their curiosity. We don't want to quell curiosity. We want to foster that and then help them be guided by what they're interested in.
And I loved that you used the word in particular, democracy, which I thought was really interesting because I don't think we often think of that applied to children and growing up in a democratic, I guess, atmosphere. Does that help foster that as well?
Absolutely. That's one of our main goals, right? Is really preparing people to be active, engaged citizens. So to do that, a way that we help foster democratic habits would be students participate in decision making, and not just independent, individualized decision making, but really coming together and making decisions for the community. And so by doing that, you really have to weigh, like, how much do I advocate just for myself, or how do I consider what's best for a community, and then how do I participate in making the community as best as it possibly can be.
I love that, because I think oftentimes we think of children, you know, making decisions for themselves is important, and that's almost the second step further from that, to really think of your group as a whole and the impact outside of yourself.
And trusting, you know, in that individual and collective, you know, desire to solve problems together, the ability to do so, and when we're fully informed and acting in a democratic way, right? We're not just learning about democracy, we are experiencing that democratic life, which is what the world needs, which is what society needs.
Such great lessons to start with kids, you know, when they're younger, to let them experience that at a young age and have that. And I want to touch on this too before we go, where people can learn more if you're interested in bringing your children into kind of this atmosphere.
Absolutely. We have lots of opportunities for families to come learn more. We have an open house actually coming up in this December 2nd. But we also host individual tours during the day, which is a great opportunity to come see this alive, right?
Yeah,
Students
see it in
actively,
action.
Exactly. You can head to our website, there are a couple other resources available, but please give us a call, come see the school, lots of different ways to learn more.
You guys are truly unique. We didn't even get to touch on, you know, all the different aspects today, but your wellness and outdoor learning initiatives, obviously with the democracy of the children. So there's so many topics to explore, but thank you both for being here today and kind of giving us a taste and an overview. We appreciate it.
so much.
Thanks so much for having us.
And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here on Wisconsin's 57 Television after the break.